I was literally journaling right before I decided to talk to you. And in my journaling, I was saying that how hard life feels when so many things happen at the same time, and you just know that you need to be proactive. You just know that you need to resolve it, and it kind of all happens at the same time. So you're just anxiety ridden because you don't even know what to start with. You need to find a new job, you need to hustle, you need to make more money, you need to sign up for college, like so many things. And that's pretty much where I am right now. I came back from holidays 10 days ago. Straight away, the job that I am at now tells me that they're not gonna keep me because I'm on a contract, so they're not gonna keep me permanently. Something that they did promise to me several times. So in 2025 is such a big source of anxiety, pretty much for everybody. So you're like, okay, what am I doing with my life now? Because I thought that I kind of checked this one, and I'm like, on to the next thing. No, not working out. Not having a job means not having enough money or potentially being unemployed, not being able to pay your bills, not being integrated in society, because people really underestimate how hard unemployment can be. It's not just about money, it is a lot about it, but it's really for a lot of people being able to feel included into some things, to do something that hopefully they like or hopefully has some meaning to them, to just belong somewhere. And a lot of people don't have that much family, that many friends, and they dedicate their life to their careers. So it means more that we can imagine, not even mentioning the families of single mothers with several kids, because to them, having a source of income is just absolutely everything. To me, having a job is just as much as it is to everybody else. It is also being able to have my papers, because, as I already mentioned, as an immigrant, life is just a big source of stress all the time. Even if you kind of a permanent resident somewhere, for as long as you truly don't have the paper, aka citizenship, passport, that proves that you can just stay here, you're not fully integrated. Something's off, and just so many things that happen in the world that you don't know what turn is going to take, and it has not been taken a favorable turn. So I started journaling about all of that, and just thinking about it, thinking to myself, because I'm a very solution oriented person. I'm like, what can I do with the things that I have? How can I make my life better and easier, and just be overall proactive? And I feel like these are really good qualities. But at the same time, you really, I don't think I'm talking to myself, you really need to realize that you cannot resolve every single thing. There are so many things in life that do not depend solely on you. It is really life circumstances. It's a lot of luck. Luck is a real thing. There are so many artists, content creators who really got there because of luck or because of algorithm. How is also algorithm based, could be potentially on luck. We don't know. You cannot exclude those factors. You cannot build a romantic relationship with somebody solely trusting yourself and not thinking that they may potentially feel some type of way that you're not aware of, or change their mind. You cannot control every single thing in your life, something that I have been trying to do for most of my life, and understandably so. When you're out of control, you try to overly control things because you just feel like if you let it go for even just a spare second, your life's gonna burst into many little tiny pieces, and you're just not gonna be able to put them together again. Once again, very understandable source of anxiety. But how do you let it go? How do you literally let yourself live at one point and say, hey, I do not have control over this. I do have control over the fact that I might find a job by reworking my resume and applying for jobs, or maybe calling some companies, or maybe building my company. But it does not guarantee that 3 months from now I'm gonna have a job. It depends on so many different things that even if I try real hard, things can potentially not work out in my favor, or it could not be the timing that I opted for. So why should I spend my days overthinking about it, feeling bad, punishing myself, telling myself, no, you don't have a right to go see your friends. You should actually stay home. You should work even harder. To what point can we keep pushing this hard and hard and hard and control and overthinking? There has to be a point when you literally stop doing it, or maybe just learn to slow down and to trust life and maybe the universe a little bit more. I don't know if it's spirituality, I don't know if it's anything else, but I feel like a part of me does believe in something bigger than we are, meaning that sometimes, me personally, I feel guided. I feel good about certain things. I don't know how to explain it. Intuition, anything else, ancestors or spirits helping you. But I feel like in many situations in life where I was incredibly low and nothing was working in my favor, something like at the very last minute just helped me get up and feel better, or have a better situation, or just not completely give up, because I could still see light at the end of tunnel. Obviously, a lot of it depended on my effort. It did not just come out of nowhere. Even though not this job, but the previous job that I had, I got recruited by an agency. They found my number online. They didn't even have my updated resume. They literally told me the version of your resume that we have is from 2017. I obviously had so many jobs in between, which is incredible. So those things actually do happen. You cannot rely just on them. But something does happen, something does guide us. And if at one point you feel like you're giving it all, 100%, this is your absolute best effort, and for the moment it's still not working out the way you would probably like to, I think it's the time for you to slow down and just accept things for what they are and literally be grateful for what you have as of today, because you don't even know if you're still gonna have the same things tomorrow or sometime later. Usually it's always the same things. It's your family, it's your friends, it's your home, it's your pet, it's your hobbies, things that make you feel really good and really grounded and really like you belong here. So in the meantime, how about we all just live a little bit? How about we sit down with ourselves and say, hey, I'm worthy of so much more than just creating this anxiety around my life, trying to control the things that I have no control of, trying to run for something that I don't even understand or doesn't mean that much to me, but I kind of have to check those things. What I want to do is to just accept it for what it is, fight for as much as I can, but rest too. Be able to breathe, be able to enjoy my existence and to share the existence with other people, with other souls around me, unite, have a community, spend some time together, do something meaningful besides capitalism, besides running after jobs and running after salaries and running after papers and running after apartments and running after holidays and all of those things that humanity just decided to put us through, which is incredibly unfair. I don't know if we're born in the right time or not. I don't know if people and generations before us were happier. Maybe yes, maybe no. What I do understand is I personally want to live. I just want to slow down just a little bit, and I want to live and I feel like I am alive and I belong outside of looking for jobs and outside of capitalism, and I absolutely deserve that. I feel like you deserved it too, and it just felt so good to accept it as I was journaling and to let myself live a little.